Hello, today we are going to talk about this position. So this is a mate in 20 and it's right to move. So in my opinion, it's a very interesting endgame study. Of course, it's a composition. So it didn't happen in a real game. And it's interesting because somehow the moves are easy to find because there are not so many possibilities. For example, of course, the first move, it's natural to try to put the king on e7 to avoid stalemate, and then the king will go out, and then the king can come to h6 to prevent the black king from going to d5. The king must go back. But then the question is what to do next. So it's not so clear how to proceed. But of course, we can do something. We can remove the bishop from the diagonal to allow king c5. You see, and then we can go to the other diagonal, for example. And you see all the time, I mean, the moves are unique for black. Rook and bishop cannot move, and any of the pawns also cannot move. So then we can try to also to repeat this this sequence. So to try to free the square c5, but of course we don't go to the same square we were before. And now we are just trying to make moves. You see, for example, we can go to this other diagonal, right? And then I mean, of course, it doesn't make any sense to get to a position that happened before. So we try different positions. So now it doesn't make sense to go to g5, for example. So we can go to h4, for example, and then we can go to f2, and then it suddenly it appears that there is not much more to do, because if we repeat the procedure, we will end up in one of the diagonals we have already been to. But there is a pawn that we can move now, because the pawn can go here, and of course the king must go here, and then the pawn can go to e4. And then of course now everything is different because we move the pawn, so we can repeat, and we can repeat the diagonal chasing, let's say. So we go here, and then we change diagonal and so on. But somehow we can ask ourselves, why are we doing this? Somehow. So what we can do, for example, we can go to the starting position. Try to go to the starting position of the study, because now with the pawn on e4, there is no need to protect e6 and then go back. And now we can ask ourselves, I mean, what have we accomplished? We have accomplished that the pawn is on e4, so the d5 square is protected. And now we can simply play a very easy mate in 2, which is this one. And it's a very nice endgame study by Palevic, 1984.